Hey everyone, welcome to another week and another question video. So thank you all so much for your participation last week. I asked you guys what would be some criticism that you would give for me, some constructive criticism. You guys gave your answers, so I'll be reading that in a little bit. But first, your question for this week is, what is something that you would love to do that you have not done yet? Leave your answers in the comments down below and I will read them next week. Now starting off with reading your guys' answers for last week's question, first we have Zingcat who says, not a criticism but maybe a suggestion for something that'd be interesting to me, but maybe you could explain some of the parkour stuff that you do and what each skill does and how you know if you're doing it well or need work. That is something that multiple people have actually suggested to me. A lot of my friends, a lot of my parkour friends have suggested that I do like parkour tutorials and that kind of thing. I tend to shy away from it because I don't really have any equipment here in my own house, as well as there are so many people out there who already do that kind of thing, but I guess that doesn't stop anyone from doing something that someone else has already done before either. So that would just require me to figure out where I can find the proper equipment and that kind of thing. So it is something that I would kind of like to do, so I'll see how I can do that and where and all that, but yeah. And Nico tells me to not wear green when I have a green screen. I know someone likes it, but for me it just makes me feel not good, so I'll just leave. You don't like my invisible shirt, Nico? Naderade, you say I'm on the right track because I have 281 subs and seem to be doing very well in views. And what you suggest I do is tell how I did it. Maybe some collabs with other YouTubers or interviews or something like that. Well, collaborations is something I'd like to do more of. It's just for me, my schedule seems to be very weird compared to everyone else's, so it's hard coming up with those kinds of things, as well as that I'm terrible at planning. And about telling how I got to where I am on YouTube, well, I honestly, in some ways, I don't really know what I did. I honestly just, I did myself. I'm being myself. I made videos. I started live streaming, and when I started live streaming last year, that's when things kind of really started taking off. And I also started using much better SEO, which if you don't know is search engine optimization, and that is thanks to a YouTube browser add-on thing called TubeBuddy, and it helps you with your SEO and stuff. It helps you search for tags and find good rankings, find good tags that have good rankings and that kind of thing. And if you'd like to check them out, there is a link in the description below, or just go to tubebuddy.com/DragoNate. That is a referral link, just so you know. But it is a great tool and it will help you a lot. They have a completely free version, so you don't have to do anything except for download and install it, and then you're good. But of course there are some paid options as well that have more features, extra features and all that, so you take your pick. Skelm puts on his thinking hat and says, this is a hard one because I like your streams and videos the way they are. Maybe I should say don't fix what isn't broken. Just be yourself and continue doing these as long as it feels good. And I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Funny Fluffy suggests that when I play a game to kind of explain the story of the game, because for example with Abzu, he doesn't really understand it. And to be honest, I don't really understand the story of Abzu much either. But that is something that I probably should be doing more of. I just don't want to, like, you know, spoil the story or spoil the game in that regard. But definitely afterwards, if there's something that I can add to it to kind of explain what it's about, then I can definitely do that as well, and I should be, to be honest. And Cirrus Column, you are alive. No one has killed you yet, according to you. But school has gotten close there. You say you don't know how to criticize, which is totally fine. That's alright. But for me, you're okay. Between good and bad, a perfect equilibrium. So I appreciate that as well. Thanks. Wise Wizard suggests that I be more perceptive on my jumps, and that is something I definitely should be doing more. Now, when it comes to parkour, I'm starting to do a lot more things that I have not been really comfortable with, and I'm starting to try and push myself to do a little bit bigger things, but I need to remember that when I'm doing those kinds of things, I have to be still very attentive and everything, and so that I don't hurt myself and so that everything actually looks good and works out well. And RT Hunter, you say I could probably upload more videos on the weekend, and trust me, that is something I am trying to work towards right now. Me and a friend of mine will be working on something a little bit new for you guys. It's going to be something to add to the channel here, and I don't really want to ruin what it is about yet, but you guys will be seeing that hopefully very soon. This weekend I had no internet, so we were going to do it this weekend and have it for yesterday, but that didn't work out. So we are instead going to hopefully do it for next weekend, maybe? But it's something that we're going to do, and we'll see how you guys like it. It does involve drawing, so that's all I'm going to say about that. And because that is something that I wanted to do, like I've been saying here, eh? And my mom has no criticism about anything. She loves my videos just the way they are, and she's not just saying that because she's my mom. And that is it for this week. So thank you all again for your participation. Thank you all for your answers in regards to this. I will be definitely working towards a lot of those things and figuring out how I can kind of implement certain things and do that kind of thing, like with the parkour tutorial kind of deal there. That's going to be a bit of a tough one because I don't have the necessary equipment to be able to film outside without, you know, wind interference in the microphone and stuff. I may not be able to use the facility that I train at because it's their facility. And in my own home, like I said, I don't really have any equipment here that I could use. So we'll figure that out and see how it goes. Now, your question again for next week is, what is something that you would love to do that you have not done yet? Let me know in the comments below and I will respond to them, because I'm done saying that I'm not going to respond to comments because I just can't help myself, okay? I don't know, I can't control myself in that regard, which is probably an okay thing. So yeah, leave your answers and I will respond to them and then read them next week in next week's video. So I'll see you guys then. Have a wonderful time and God bless.